Hi, this will be a demo for the final projects of CSC 475, and this is the directory of the final projects. And right now I'm looking at the requirements and go through the list. I started with a demo from week 7, and I'm just gonna show. And I believe it's the yeah, week 7 demo 15. So I have established a lot of objects and the game objects, create management system. So game objects is a bunch of managers type of class, and for the game object manager, I specifically follow the requirements that requires the PCS tree. And this is the only manager that uses PCS tree. Right here, you start with the root tree and add stuff right below it. And we have the iterator as well, and so on and so forth. And there's transformation. Oh, I'm gonna just show you the demo for real quick, and then I'm gonna go through the codes. So I haven't changed much for the way how objects move, and it's how game object behave is pretty much from demo 15, which I haven't changed much. The only thing I've added is the shaders and the models, and as well as uh, the whole management system. So you can move around the camera with the WASD key to move, and the arrow keys to rotate around it, and space key to change camera. Right now I only have 2 cameras active, so yeah. And textures, I have texture. The only thing I haven't done is the lighting. I haven't done the shader for the lid shader, the one with the lights on it. Right now I only have the color precision lighter shader, texture, flat, unlit texture, whatever you call it. And yeah. Oh, I haven't done the wireframe. Let me change it. Right, change it right now. Game Ranger type shader. Wireframe. No, it's not here. Wireframe. There you go. So the cube will turn into a wireframe, as you can see. Now we have all the shaders except for the lid shader. And yeah, for the management system, I have camera setup. I have the multiple cameras and set attributes. I haven't played with the frustum yet. It's what it is from demo 15. And management system, yeah, I have a camera managers, and those managers are pretty much identical. They have a linker. They use a double linked list, and for each linked list, it links to the objects of a specific whatever it does. It will link to that objects, and each of them had an add, switch next for a camera, switch next just does, you know, it doesn't does much besides to change the camera. For each camera has destroy, it will be called upon the end of the program, and so for each camera, what they do is they um, they have those parameters. They have coordinates and the rotations, and whenever, since we're dealing with a matrix, so I can convert the camera object into a matrix, and it will pass out the matrix to whoever it concerns. In this case, it will be the yeah, this is pretty much the original code, except that I turned the camera matrix into get active cam. Just get the matrix out of the camera and pass into it. That'll be a camera, and for texture, I have a couple of textures. Um, for the texture manager, I kind of rip off from the original codes. One of the demos somewhere. I think it's texture demo from week 8 or something. Yeah, I haven't changed much for texture managers. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh yeah, one thing I added is that when you use a texture, it will add to the reference count. Where's it? Not here. Yeah, I added a reference count which will increment and decrement when you refers to the to this texture. In this case, in my case, is when you uses a camera F. So only graphic components that uses texture. For my case, I haven't done the lighting texture. So for my case, I only have a texture on lids. It will refers to the texture and unrefers when it's destruct. Lighting, I haven't done this part yet. No. Um, I have 4 primitive types and the cube box and pyramids and X shapes and fan shape. Each of the shapes models, or you call it models, they keep the vertex informations, the uh, the triangle vertices and the UV coordinates. Um, for my custom shape, I haven't really handwritten the UV for each triangles. I just uses like I think it's the bottom left corner of a square texture. So to keep things simple, pyramids and X model. Um, these two models are like paper, so they don't really have depth to it. Only pyramids has it's a 3D models pretty much. Um, yeah, texture vertex instancing. I yeah, you can instantiate multiple of the same shape, same model, same shader, and etc. Um, well, this is kind of soft requirements. Haven't done yet. Moving the camera, which I demonstrated earlier, drawing the V. So far, I've only done the VAOs. For VBO, I haven't moved haven't gone there yet. Load the objects. I don't really have a file system so far, and everything is pretty simple and bare bone structures and renders modes, and yeah, show that a flag texture except for a lighting shader. Sync graph have PCS trees and a complex camera management, multiple camera have that, transitions and well, cutscene not so much. Simple texture managers, and yeah, that'd be pretty much all of the what I have for the final projects. And yeah, thanks for watching.